dusk to dawn.
Back to Desharnais into the corner for Max Pacioretty. Comes near side for Josh Georges. Pacioretty scores! Max Pacioretty, no goals in his first 13 games. Now he's scored in back-to-back. And it's a tie game.
You got to lose to know how to win. Half my life.
12:02 on TSN 690. Welcome back to the show. It's Game Points with Matthew Ross. We're here until 2 a.m. 2 a.m.? Oh, man. Should be fun, though, I promise. We're going to talk some Montreal Alouettes. They have a new head coach. We'll talk about that. NFL draft, fantasy baseball, and even an Alouettes player, Marc-Olivier Brouillette, coming up a little later on. But first, he is the editor-in-chief of thefourthperiod.com. You can also follow him on twitter.com/thefourthperiod. He's gracious enough to stay up this late with us, our buddy Dave Pagnotta. Hey, Dave, how you doing?
I'm really lonely, man.
What does that mean?
I had time. I figured, all right, at least I can talk to somebody rather than myself.
Oh, all right. Fair enough. I had a 3-hour nap, Dave, so I'm good to go.
Oh, well, must be nice.
Yeah, I know, right? I couldn't believe it. I said to myself, I'm on until 2 a.m. The kids get me up before 7. Going to be a rough day Wednesday morning. Let me try a nap. I passed out for 3 hours, and I woke up. I didn't know where I was. You know that feeling when you wake up after a nap, and oof. Anyway, so the offshoot of that though is that I'm raring to go here. So we're having some fun. 5 wins in a row rather for the Canadians. So euphoria, I guess, in this province. I'm trying to temper the expectations a little bit, Dave, but it's hard to when they're playing a very good team game.
Yeah, 100%. I was just going to say, these guys have managed to get everybody to participate so far this season. I don't think anybody pegged them at 11-4-1. I think that's the record now to start the season in their first 16, 17 games. This is Michel Therrien has done a very good job in allowing everyone to contribute in specific moments. So whether it's your first, second, third line. All of them have been given the opportunity to contribute offensively. The fourth line is getting the job done for what they're doing. And their defense, guys are chipping in. Rafael Diaz has stepped up huge this season for them. Andrei Markov's doing well. PK Subban, now that he's back on the blue line, has been, getting better and will continue to get better with a few more games under his belt. And the goaltending has been, for the most part this season, superb. So you're getting everybody clicking on all cylinders. In a shortened season, that can last a little longer, and you can keep that going. But the way that Therrien has been able to manage the rotating of the offense has been impressive so far.
Dave, that brings me to my next question, which is, are the Canadians, in your, sources, what they're telling you, are they looking for anything right now? Or are they still trying to decide what they are before they do? What are you hearing?
Well, talks around the league are starting to pick up with everybody. And a team like Montreal is in a position where, I don't even think they expected to get off to this hot of a start in the first third of the season. So I think for them and for Marc Bergevin right now, I think it's more of a, all right, how can I improve without giving up too much of the future? And, you're starting to hear guys, and I'm hearing them a little more now, like Louis Leblanc being somebody that could be a centerpiece to a trade if they want to bring in a big-name player. Now, nothing's imminent, nothing's happening anytime soon, but the Canadians have a lot of young depth, and they've done a very good job in the last few years in their in drafting and scouting for them to be able to have a number of good young up-and-coming players, whether they're a year, 2, or 3 away. There's a ton of potential in the kids that they have in the system. And if they can continue this pace, those are the pieces that are going to get you a young star, another star to your roster by giving away these younger players. So I don't think anything is imminent, but if they keep this pace up, it's going to put Bergevin in a position to buy significantly a lot sooner than I think a lot of people expected.
Dave Pagnotta joining us here on Game Points with Matthew Ross. We're talking some NHL news and notes. Now, obviously, you mentioned Louis LeBlanc. That's surprising to me, obviously, when you have a homegrown guy, even though he's not right now in the NHL. And it doesn't look like he will be with the club anytime soon. Even guys like Gabriel Dumont are having probably arguably just as good, if not better, seasons with the Bulldogs. Mm-hmm. It's surprising to hear that they would maybe move a guy like that. Wouldn't you think there'd be an outpouring of anger or angst amongst the Francophone population if you saw that after such a fuss when they drafted him in the first round?
There might be. I mean, it's really going to come down to what they get. And if they're moving a kid like this, it's going to be a significant piece. It's not going to be a rental-type player. It's going to be a significant piece of the roster. And like I said, there are no guarantees that they make a move of this magnitude or move Louis at all. But they've got some great young pieces. And Marc Bergevin is going to be the first one to tell you, I don't care if he is Francophone, English, Russian, Swedish, whatever. If this is a guy that can get me some significant assets and push us even closer to being where we want to be as a Stanley Cup contender, well, Bergevin is going to do it. He's going to tell everybody else to shut up, and it's that simple. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to what the Canadians can get to make them that contender quicker. And if they keep this pace up, Bergevin is going to have some serious thinking to do, whether it's him, whether it's moving somebody on the defensive core. They've got a very deep defensive core coming up in their system, too. So that could be that's another area of strength they have, and that's something that they could consider moving.